April 27th, letting go of the need to control. The rewards from detachment are great. Serenity, a deep sense of peace, the ability to give and receive love in self-enhancing, energizing ways, and the freedom to find real solutions to our problems. Codependent no more. Letting go of our need to control can set us and others free. It can set our higher power free to send the best to us. If we weren't trying to control someone or something, what would we be doing differently? What would we do that we're not letting ourselves do now? Where would we go? What would we say? What decisions would we make? What would we ask for? What boundaries would be set? When would we say yes or no? If we weren't trying to control whether a person liked us or his or her reaction to us, what would we do differently? If we weren't trying to control the course of a relationship, what would we do differently? If we weren't trying to control another person's behavior, how would we think, feel, speak, and behave differently than we do now? What haven't we been letting ourselves do while hoping that self-denial would influence a particular situation or person? Are there some things we've been doing that we'd stop? How will we treat ourselves differently? Will we let ourselves enjoy life more and feel better right now? Will we stop feeling so bad? Will we treat ourselves better? If we weren't trying to control, what will we do differently? Make a list and then do it. Today, I will ask myself what I will be doing differently if I weren't trying to control. When I hear the answer, I will do it. God, help me let go of my need to control. Help me set myself and others free. I'm Herb the Addictaholic. This is the language of letting go. And, it's funny. This topic came up a lot for me when I was in treatment because, I've been in the construction industry for a while. And, even as an apprentice, I used to try to control the way the job was going to go. I had no say, but I would be like, hey, we should order materials, on this day, or we should post the materials up here. Maybe we should have a meeting for this. And they'd look at me like, dude, what are you doing? Like, just go grab this, do that, get a ladder over here, whatever. And here I am trying to run the show, and I don't even know how to be an electrician yet, And then eventually I became a journeyman and then a foreman. And even as a foreman, like, my hands are still tied sometimes, and I would lose my mind because I couldn't control things the way that I really wanted to control them. And then when I got into treatment, they didn't provide us with pens or, they didn't have a pencil sharpener. They didn't have folders for all the paperwork stuff that we were doing. So, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon, and, the coffee filters for this industrial size coffee machine were regular size, so we would get grounds in the coffee. So I ordered the industrial size coffee filters, and I would let the chef know. I'm like, hey man, we need to start ordering these. And then, I would be rounding people up to show up to the groups, and everyone's like, Herb, why are you trying to control everything all the time? Have you paid attention to the serenity prayer that we do every day? Like OCD Herb, and so they would give me some flack for constantly trying to control things. And it's not like, in a way I was trying to do it for the betterment of everybody, but also because, like, the lack of organization just would trip me out. And I have a hard time grasping when things aren't going, like, smoothly, because I know that there could be a better system. There could always be a better system. So let's find out what that is and implement it. And part of that's military, part of that's just the way I've always been. Even in school at a young age, I'm like, why are we all lining up at the same time in the same hallway? Maybe we should stagger lunches, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, don't you want to see your friends from other classes? And, whatever. Like, I always had a better way to do it. And I've learned that it's not always a better way. And if everybody was like that, we would never get anything done. So sometimes we just kind of have to go with the flow and, start doing something until we figure it out. And it doesn't always have to be my way. So I'm open to people's suggestions these days. I'm open, to be led instead of just trying to lead. And, we need both. We do need leaders, but then the leader needs to be able to follow sometimes as well. We don't always know everything, and I don't always know everything, and I never will know everything, and that's okay. And I can accept that these days, and I could accept the lack of control sometimes, most of the time, because it's not always me, it's my higher power that's really got control. And even the higher power lets it go, gives us this free will to make decisions, to follow our own journey. It's not like, God or some higher beings coming down and says, make a left here, like, no, I'm free to go whichever direction I want. So who am I to put restrictions on anybody else in society and try to control everything else in the world? It's ridiculous, now that I think about it. But application is a different thing, philosophy and theory is one, but practitioners, it's completely different ball game. So I'm learning how to practice this theory of letting go control. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope to see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.